You probably work harder than most people, but you still feel like you're getting nowhere. It's like no matter how much you do, you're always one step behind. You look at others who seem to have it all, the talent, the luck, the easy path, and you wonder why your road is so much harder. If that sounds like you don't need another motivation video. You don't need someone telling you that everything will be okay. You need to understand why Vegeta, a guy who was never the best, refused to ever stop. Today, we're going to talk about how to take that feeling of being second best and turn it into your greatest strength. In life, it's easy to look at someone more successful and make excuses. We say they're just lucky, or they have a talent I don't have. We do this as a defense mechanism. We tell ourselves these stories to feel better about our own lack of results. It's a way to protect our ego. But Vegeta doesn't do that. Think about his relationship with Goku.
Hey, it's me, Goku.
He knows Goku is a genius. He knows Goku has a natural gift that he wasn't born with. He sees it every single day. It burns him, it makes him angry, it keeps him up at night. But here is the difference. He never lies to himself. He never makes excuses. He admits the gap exists. Why is this important for you? Because you can't fix a problem if you lie about its existence. If you're behind in your career, your fitness, your finances, or your personal life, you have to admit it. Stop blaming the economy. Stop blaming your boss. Stop blaming your parents. The moment you stop making excuses is the moment you actually start growing. Admitting you are number 2 isn't a sign of weakness. It's the most honest thing you can do. It is the only real starting line for your journey to becoming number 1. Most people think pride is just about bragging. They think it's about looking down on others. But for Vegeta, pride is his standard. It's his internal compass. He doesn't train because he wants people to cheer for him. He doesn't do it to be famous. He trains because he refuses to be weak. He trains because his own name, the Prince of All Saiyans, means something to him. He has a standard for himself that is higher than anyone else's standard for him. You need that same kind of internal pride. Most of us are waiting for someone to give us permission. We wait for someone to motivate us. We wait for a sign to start working. But motivation comes and goes. It's just a feeling, and feelings are unreliable. You need discipline, and true discipline is born from pride. It's the pride that says, I am better than this current version of myself. Discipline is doing the work when you're tired, when you're bored, and especially when no one is watching. Ask yourself honestly, is your current life worthy of your name? If you were to look at your daily habits, would you be proud of the person you see? If the answer is no, then use that pride to force yourself out of bed. Don't do it for the likes on social media. Don't do it for the approval of strangers. Do it because you refuse to let yourself stay this way for another day. Vegeta spends most of his time in a gravity room, alone, in the dark. While others are out having fun, eating good food, or looking for attention, he is pushing his body to the absolute limit. He is screaming in pain, he is bleeding, and he is failing, all in private. This is a massive lesson for the modern world we live in. We live in an era of, look at me. We feel like if we didn't post our workout, it didn't happen. If we didn't share our progress, it doesn't count. We have become beggars for attention. But true strength, the kind that lasts, is built in private. When you work in silence, your focus is pure. You aren't doing it for the clout. You're doing it for the growth. You need to build your own gravity room. Maybe it's a corner in the library, a quiet hour in the gym, or late nights at your desk when the world is asleep. Stop trying to prove yourself to people who don't matter. You don't need to post your study sessions. In fact, the more you talk about what you're going to do, the less likely you are to actually do it. Build your skills in private. Build your body in private. Let your results be the only thing the world sees. Let them wonder how you got so good, while you know it was the thousands of hours you spent alone in the dark. In the Dragon Ball world, there's a concept called Zenkai. It's a biological trait where every time a Saiyan is pushed to the brink of death and recovers, their power increases exponentially. Vegeta is the king of Zenkai because he has lost more than anyone else. He was beaten, he was humiliated, he was broken. He has tasted the dirt more times than he has tasted victory. But he never, ever stays down. In the real world, Zenkai is your resilience. It's your ability to take a hit and keep moving forward. Every time you fail, if you lose a job, if a business fails, or if you get rejected, treat it as a hardware upgrade. Most people face a setback and they look for comfort. They look for someone to tell them it's okay. They look for a way to escape the pain. Vegeta doesn't look for comfort. He looks for the lesson. He looks for why he lost so he can make sure it never happens again. A man who has failed 100 times and got up 101 times is almost impossible to beat. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is a part of it. You don't need to be a born genius like Goku to win in this life. Goku represents the 1% who were born with the right talent and the right timing. But Vegeta represents the rest of us. He represents the struggle, the frustration, and the relentless will to close the gap. He shows us that you don't have to be the chosen one to be great. You just need to refuse to stay where you are. Take that feeling of being one step behind and let it fuel your fire. Don't let it turn into bitterness, let it turn into energy. Step into your own gravity room today. Stop talking, stop posting, and start growing. If you're ready to stay in the race, if you're ready to keep fighting until you reach the top, then prove it. Not to me, not to the world, but to yourself.